We have a feral beehive and a hollow tree on our farm, and we're going to remove the bees and move them into the apiary. So come along while we do a bee extraction. Hey friends, it's Barbara-Sue and Philip at Kowalski Mountain, and welcome back to the homestead. Now if you watched our recent video about the bee swarm, you'll know about this feral colony of bees, which we suspect is probably our own bees who decided to move out of the apiary. Now today we're going to extract these bees from this hollow tree and move them back into the apiary where they belong. Now I'm not going to lie, I'm really nervous about this because this is going to make the bees very mad.
No, not as much as you think.
Well, madder than I want them to be. So I'm going to set up this camera for sure, and I'm going to stay close and video as much as I can, as long as I can. Now I have to admit that's a very interesting tree. And because of all the rot in this tree and the hollow nature of it, it's going to become a danger on the homestead. So cutting down this tree is just going to happen eventually. So we're going to be a little proactive and deal with this tree before it becomes a problem. And we're acting reactively as we repair fences and all kinds of other things that would happen if it were to fall down. Now it looks pretty sturdy right now, but it's just a problem waiting to happen.
Probably going to get some comments on there, or people are going to make some comments along the lines of, well, they're in the tree, they're not doing any harm. You got a big farm, why not just leave them? Well, that's fine, I can. But there's one of two things. At the end of the season, they could swarm. That's a 50-50 even if I do take them. But if I take them and I give them a home and try to help them survive, just help their conditions a little better, even though they have a pretty decent spot there, we can reap the reward of the honey as well. So they're still getting a home, they're getting a little extra attention, and we get a little honey off the top of it. More or less a guesstimation of how much area is actually rotten. So looking at that, and I've got barbed wire in here. So that's going to come across the back side at some point. I hope I don't hit it. I found it. Now because I've run a chainsaw for so long, I know what I'm feeling for when I'm cutting the wood. It actually gives away, there's less resistance on the other side, so I know I'm not going straight on through. I'm just barely getting past all the hardwood. What?
There's a bunch of bees back there.
Okay, so then they have an exit. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, good. Figured there was. I told you about it in the beginning. All right, you ready? Oh, yeah. Look at all that brood. Oh, I need to catch that stuff.
Wow.
All right, so right now, I need to try to find the queen. I got a queen cell, 2 queen cells. Oh, I am like leaning in the wrong direction here. So I'm going to take, there's a queen cell here and a queen cell right there. I need to actually take these and set them right in the box before I mess with anything else. Okay, so in setting this up, I'm setting this box up to where the entrance is pretty close to where they were. I need to make it pretty solid. I might move it back just a little bit. So I have in here 2 frames, drawn out comb, 2 of those, and 1 foundation waxed. What I'm going to do is need to take those frames out, and I actually need to put them in elastic bands in other frames and set them up in there, and they'll be just fine. So depending on what I need, I have both size frames. I've taken some out that are over 5 feet long. Those would just about fit, so I'll put that piece in the large comb, or in the large frame. But I gotta be ready for that queen.
The sun is terrible.
You might want to be on this side, honey. Hurry up, because I'm moving. Have you seen me at my other clip? Now you're blocking my light. You can't block my light. I had this one clip, but there's another clip that was just right there. I'd rather have this one. I'm going to have to trim this up a little bit. So I get it started, then I trim it. Now I'll still leave the rest of this comb accessible because they're going to want the resources. Not doing a really tidy job on there. They will fix it. There's one. We'll slide that in. Leave ourselves a little room because I find myself shaking bees off into there. Not so worried about catching all these bees as I am of getting the resources and find that queen. If I could find the queen, I'll cage her and they'll follow her. And I don't want to keep this brood for very long anyway because there's a lot of beetles in here as well. Alright, I should have brought a flashlight. Now I got so much more comb up into there. A lot of resources here, and I could always just leave this out in the open. They'll come back, they'll clean it up. But there is some brood in here as well, and it looks like I have another queen cell on that one. So I'm probably going to prop that up inside. Stick the other queen cell in there. Now this wax, it's not always the greatest to melt down. it ends up being almost not even wax after so long being in the tree. Alright, so I haven't found the queen yet. So I'm going to set them up over there. Grab my clips and keep them handy. My frames. Alright. If I could do this without kneeling on a bee or two, I'd be doing great. And I'll take them back. I'll go ahead and treat them for mites once they get settled in. I'll flow all up into here. And full down into there.
Now would she sneak out the back door?
She's protected. She could, yes, but she's gonna make it really hard to find. Once I find her, it's gonna go like really fast. Have to pin her. I can move them around just by smoking a little bit as well. Oh, I got a nice little clump here. What's in there? Come on, show me. Who are you hiding? Nope, nobody.
Should have put your GoPro on.
Right? Alright, can't see there, so I'm going to have to dig into the side. Let me get this top off first. It'll allow me some more. Oh my gosh. Alright, I know she ain't in here. I'm looking right through. She's gonna be. Ooh, I don't know, they're clumping at the top. Sometimes that telltale sign is they're all clumped up protecting her. Ooh, there's some nice honey, huh? Guess I'll leave it right there. That? Oh, I thought that was hers. It was facing just the wrong way in the light. We had a decoy. It's amazing how they can fill this in. I'm going to shake these bees into the box. Alright, so right now I'm pretty much trying to get rid of all the hiding spaces. Expose her. Yeah, come on. If I find her like this, which I have, just get lucky. I mean, literally lucky. Oh, wow. Whoa. Dropping them all over the place. Man, it's like finding a needle in the haystack. Man, that crack was all down over here too.
Little poison ivy for your bees.
Yeah.
Okay. The frame helps Philip to see the bees because they spread out on the frame. So hopefully he can spot the queen.
I'm gonna smoke removal. Looking for the queen for a long time, and then go back and look at the video and find out she's sitting right on my jacket somewhere.
The honey smells so good. You can see the split in this tree. right up the whole center. It's just a matter of time until this breaks up.
Be a fluke thing if she's already in the hive.
Okay.
Now, worst case scenario, we've collected it, I'll cover it, come back in the morning and look and see where the majority of the bees are going to be clumped up. 9 out of 10 times the queen's underneath that whole clump. And I'm trying to bank on the fact that she's too fat to fly right now. Unless she swarmed and left behind some queens, which there were cells already. I've had that happen before.
I gotta take a break. Oops.
Freaking sun.
The bees make me nervous, but the smoke gets to me too. So I'm taking a little break out here in the sunshine.
I think I'm just gonna close it up.
You need to open the front?
It's already open.
It is?
Yep.
Okay.
And so mice can't get in there. Let me see what I can get off of this one. There's a lot of baby bees in here, but I could take the frame out and look pretty easier. Because I gotta pull them in anyway before I put the lid on. I had her. Yes, I do. She's right here.
Yay.
She's right there.
Okay, just get her. Don't worry.
I'm not sure if I got it. Yes, I do. I got her in there.
Oh.
See, she was all clumped up. I knew that she had to be in that area. I mean, the odds are very high that she was there. All right, so I can find her easy next time. I'm just gonna go ahead and mark her too. I want her, I don't want the other ones in there. Come on. I don't know what one that is. It's a drone. Get out of here.
It was a drone.
It was. There's one more oddball. Get out of here. Come on. Here she is. She's in. Got a drone in there with her, but alright, with that, I'll get my marker ready to go.
Now this is a literal marker that we put a dot on her. Now this is not the right color, but it'll help us find her later.
So what I try to do is push it up as close as I can because I don't want to hurt her. My gloves, these are bad gloves. Need the light. No, sweetie, stay there, stay there. There. Got her. Alright. Go back down. There you go. There you go. Now I got a magnifying glass inside here, which makes it hard. I'm using it and out, and then I'm getting light from my mask. So I'm going to let this dry. Now, I need to put her in my other cage and close the thing up. So, I put that in this top pocket. Now here's the tricky part. I wish these things would come designed where you could, it's just like a maze. You would open one side, close another side. Alright. So I got the drone in there. So now you got the cover, and these gloves are very hard. I like my other gloves better. So I gotta try to open this and hope she just walks right on in. Oh, almost. I don't know if you can see it, but the drone's flipping out. Come on. There, the drone can leave. See ya. Well, let me. There's our queen.
Quit moving around.
Well, you can't see her.
See, can I see her?
I'm gonna put her back in the hive.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. So with that, I'll stick her right in the middle. Leave the tab over, leave this over just a little bit, and they will feed her. Very good. Job well done. Let me put a cover. I don't know if I should put these in or not.
There's a lot of bees in there.
In fact, let me see about that one instead of that.
You've got a couple of these plastic things, but no comb on them.
Is there wax on them?
This one's got a little bit.
Hold on.
Well, finding this queen was quite the challenge, but with persistence and a little bit of stubbornness, we found her. Now, with the queen secured, we're almost guaranteed to secure this hive and welcome them as the newest members of Kowalski Apiary. Now, Philip got a crazy idea that we're going to split this hive into two and use it to really increase our numbers in the apiary. So be watching for the next video where we take the next step of dividing this colony into two. As always, friends, we really appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for sticking around to the very end. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that button. We'd love you to be a part of the Kowalski Mountain family. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.